Now, the Green Party has improved its position here since the last European election. It now has one MLA and is part of the government in the Republic, although they may not want to major on that in the campaign. But with a share of less than 1% in 2004, can candidate Stephen Agnew make any impact? He's with me now. Stephen Agnew, the one thing environmentalists abhor is waste. But surely putting a tick beside your name on a good piece of paper is a waste of that paper.
I don't believe that for a second. We've now seen that Greens can get elected with the election of Brian Wilson, with the election of our councillors, with, as you say, Greens in government in the Republic of Ireland. And as you know, it's a PR system, so you put a number one beside myself and there's a safety net, you put your number two, your number three, so there's no such thing as a wasted vote. OK, so you've got one MLA, but still compared to what the rest of us Ireland, you're in government in the Republic, compared to other countries in Europe, the Greens are far behind here in Northern Ireland. Isn't that your problem? Green issues, people here perhaps are more conservative, more likely to side with Sammy Wilson than with Al Gore. Well, the response we got to our Fire Sammy Wilson campaign suggests otherwise. So we had a great amount of support over that, and I think that'll bear witness in our vote. But I think as well is that Northern Ireland is changing. The political landscape here is changing. Our vote has increased every election since 1998. That's because we're moving towards more normalised politics. And this week, as we've been talked about, we've been talking about expenses. These are the things our politicians are going to be judged on now. And then even look at the Assembly Executive. With 5 months of stalemate, people are saying to us on the doorstep, we're fed up with the parties that are in. We're actually considering voting somebody different. I've never voted Green before. I'm going to this time.
I've no doubt they're saying that to you, but given the fact that people look at the Greens and they think it requires a sacrifice, what you're calling on people to do is asking them to cut back on economic growth, to change their lifestyles. It's not something that people readily put their hands up for.
Not at all. We're offering a positive message. We're actually with the Green New Deal, which we're advocating right across Europe, I might add. This is a joint European campaign. We've 43 members in the European Parliament with a single message for the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal can bring jobs to here in Northern Ireland. We're seeing it already happening with the likes of Harland and Wolff. They've announced increase in profits in the past year. That's because they've moved into the green sector.
But on key policies like energy, for instance, you're ruling out nuclear power. You're ruling out things like a waste generator, an incinerator in Belfast to deal with waste, what many people say needs to happen. And to some extent, some of your policies look like NIMBYism dressed up as environmentalism.
Not NIMBYism at all. The nuclear issue, we don't need nuclear here in Northern Ireland. We don't need nuclear in this island. There's a debate to be had in Europe. That's taken place, but the one thing is clear. In fact, these two islands, with the coastline we have, the potential to generate renewable energy, potential jobs we can create in those industries, because we have a strong construction base here, a strong manufacturing base, strong engineering base. There's actually potential here in Northern Ireland to create jobs in these industries and to move Northern Ireland forward. Nuclear wouldn't do that. Nuclear
what about the practical issue of waste?
The practical issue of waste, there are alternatives. The incinerator isn't going to solve the problem of the fines coming from Europe because it's going to take 10, 15 years to set it up. People don't want
another 10, 15 years discussing it won't help either.
Well, we don't need to discuss it. We have solutions that are taking place in Europe, such as anaerobic digestion, such as increasing our recycling targets and reducing our waste.
We'll have to leave it there. Stephen,
okay,
many thanks indeed. Thanks.